No, now that you're back, we all need to leave.
Yeah. Bye, bitch.
Then we all need to take showers.
There we go.
I'm here,
Yeah,
but I'm putting books away.
Yeah, we were talking about different. Different.
Is Jamie even here?
I
No
think
clue.
she's sleeping.
She hasn't spoken since you left. I think she went back
Yeah.
to sleep.
She might have went back to sleep.
Yeah.
Oh,
now
and there
she's
she goes.
hung up.
Yep,
hung
I
up
did-
I mean, she's offline, so it would surprise me if she's been in the call.
No, she's online for me.
She's offline.
Yeah, online.
No, she's not here, so let's go.
Oh, there she
Oh,
goes.
is she? Oh, God, you woke up.
She's alive. Well, barely.
Wakey, wakey.
I'm up.
No, you're not.
We don't believe you.
Okay,
Okay.
Now let's die horribly.
So, where last we left, everybody was basically fighting the horrible abomination that was the Chaos Spawn, and you had defeated them and caged their leader into a force cage. You all decided that the best course of action was to take a short rest, to then basically wait for the force cage to go down, whereupon it did, and you guys decided to attack it mercilessly. A fight ensued, whereupon you eventually did, in fact, defeat it, knock it out.
Did it
And
get
then-
up again?
And
Could
then
we
it
ever
got
keep
up
it
again.
down?
And then it got up again while Daz was transporting it to the arcane.
On my lovely new
Whereupon he then said, "Fuck you," and hit him in the back of the head again and knocked him down.
Mm.
So I should have gotten full XP for defeating it, really.
Like, no, twice, right?
Yeah.
Because you get XP when you defeat the monster, and he defeated it twice, so
Yeah.
twice the XP. Yeah,
Yeah.
makes sense.
Upon delivering the monster, the arcane thanked you and said that he would
Ignoring.
wish for you to meet his master, and that the ship was in fact at a river nearby, whereupon you found it with 20 or 30 crew members, with the private, the first mate being a man named Skarsgård.
Ah.
You then-
Alexander.
Which means nothing to some of us.
Okay.
I only recognize the name, sadly.
So then you decided to basically go back and get your friends, Daz, you then took them back to the boat, the galleon, and basically slept for the day. You then woke up, did some chores, did some things, bought some things, found out about Frall's predicament in the coma. He was awoken by the arcane.
No, he woke me up. I didn't want to be witness this anymore.
I'm gonna kill you. I've
I
said
said
this
it
like
nothing.
20 times.
I
In chat.
I told you that we sold your soul for him to wake you up.
I mean,
You've been awake for a while now.
yeah, I know. I was just reacting to the story, but go ahead.
Frall was, however, still an orc of a kind,
Smells bad.
and was basically told that he had a prospect to basically turn back into a dwarf in the form of the spawn of the rainbow serpent, which was being idolized by the village nearby.
Oh, hang on. Oh, okay. Cool. I thought that was something that was far off. The rainbow serpent.
No, we
No.
just decided not to bother going there.
Okay.
It was like down the block, but we thought, no, we can't be bothered.
Couldn't be bothered. Okay, cool. Yep.
The group decided instead of taking Thrall to the Rainbow Serpent first, they would instead meet the Master of the Arcane. Whereupon you were taken into the Ivory Tower through a mechanical menagerie of servants and different sorts of weird items that were held aloft all around the Ivory Tower, down to what appeared to be some sort of teleportation circle made of metal. You teleported all the way to wherever his master was to see more of the same, the mechanical bits, except with a lot more panache and a lot more mechanical things in general. It would basically make a gnome proud. And you went through a few doors, through corridors. You saw a ton of things you did not recognize. Lots of weird candle-like things on the ceiling. Lots of weird boxes with these miniature like golems looking that were basically playing with copper within these tubes of ceramic. You were escorted all the way to the throne room, whereupon you met the man which was supposedly the Arcane Master, and that is where we left off. So all of you are sort of just standing there with this man in the throne, which looks like a sort of weird mechanical throne. Yeah, so...
And if he goes more than about 10 to 15 seconds without starting to talk, Daz starts to talk.
No, he would actually begin speaking immediately, but I'm just getting his picture again, just to make sure.
Just saying, Daz is not going for one of these long silence things.
Yeah. Thrall looks very angry.
Yeah,
About life, his situation, everything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
he always looks
But
like
he's an orc, so he's just perma angry face.
Did that post the picture? Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes, it did.
So this man taps his fingers and looks at all of you and smiles, and he says, "Hey, what's going on, everybody? It is a wonderful day, isn't it? Great to see you. Great to see you. My name is Thurnos. Thank you for bringing us.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome.
Great. I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to the Arcane. Anyway, so I've heard a little bit about you guys.
Only a little bit? I turn to the Arcane and I go, you obviously have not been doing your job.
The Arcane just sort of smirks and looks up at his master, and he says, and the master says, well, either way, why don't we go somewhere more comfortable, and we could talk about all sorts of things. I've got so many things to talk to you guys about. Where is the dwarf?
Oh, we got rid of him. We really didn't like him.
I imagine that, and then everyone just looking at the orc.
Yeah. Thrall steps forward and says, temporary setback.
Oh.
Very temporary.
Oh, you're an orc now.
No.
He smells much better this
Temporary.
way.
Pushes
Would you like to be a dwarf again?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
I prepared a
Please.
counter spell.
He sort of looks at the two of you, who have now prepared counterspell, and he says,
Did
"So
you
why are
ser-
you guys using magic in my room?"
No, but
Technically,
I'm
it's not
sure
magic, and I was just kidding.
I'm sure that Casey actually wrote to Doc, I'm preparing counterspell. I'm
No,
sure
no.
of it.
No, Seeger did.
See?
Well, I'm still keeping it prepped.
Yeah.
Gertis doesn't reply.
All
You
right.
guys really
Suit
like the
yourself.
optics, don't you?
He uses a spell on with a flourish. Uses a spell on Frog. Do you resist?
He told me I would be removed of this curse, so no.
Okay. You, in fact, turn back into your old dwarven self.
Now, big thing, Frog will check if his dick is the same size.
His dick is, in fact, the same size.
Okay, everything's right in the
So
world.
much smaller than it was 2 minutes ago.
No.
I try to identify the spell.
It's the DC by 1.
Okay.
It's a 19 DC. Because it's a 9th level spell.
Damn.
Taylor?
Isn't that a giveaway in itself that he
Am I allowed to try and identify while prepping
Sure.
counterspell?
Yeah.
I mean, I have it on hold, so.
Sure.
I mean, it's a reaction, right? So,
And it kind of smells like going off, so.
Yeah, no. You also do not know what this is.
Frog becomes very happy. Like, everything is right. I'm so happy.
Anybody that
I
can
knew
just
it was only
utter
temporary.
a 9th level spell has my attention.
Daz kind of looks over at Frawl and just sighs and goes, "Well, and I thought we might actually get along."
Well, I hate you too.
I turn back to the guy and go, "You realize you've just, like, ruined 6 months of entertainment on our ship now, right?"
Sorry to be a bore, but I quite like dwarves.
I dislike humans.
Good thing I'm not one.
Okay. Thank you, I guess. I am a human. You realize that, right?
Now, Das steps back.
Yeah. You, Frawl, just to be clear there, he turned you back into a dwarf, and then you responded by saying that you disliked his entire race.
Well, I'm not saying all of them. I'm just saying the grand majority of them.
So you're lumping him into
Hey
a
Doc,
stereotype,
out of
is
character.
what you're
What's this guy's name again?
He hasn't introduced himself yet.
Okay. I will introduce myself as Ilix.
I would just assume he
you're
knows my name.
you're the Illithid. Okay. Nice to meet you.
You couldn't tell
I'm
that before you
Thurnos.
said that?
I know you, and I know you, Daz, and I know you,
Well, everyone knows
Frawl,
me.
and Vorka, and Lieutenant Kia, right?
Captain.
And Gertis. I know all of your names. It's nice to finally meet you all. Please, if you would, follow me. We're gonna go somewhere with nice alcohol.
Oh, you
yes,
speak
the
my
reason-
language.
Follow.
The reason we came.
So he brings you into a sort of archway from the throne room, down some stairs, some spiral stairs, into what appears to be a very nice, odd-looking room, but very inviting. It has oddly plush furniture, a couch, all in white, a glass table. There is a bar on the other side of the room with copious amounts of alcohol
That's where I
in
go.
barrels and bottles and everything like that, with stools nearby. There's in fact a very odd device, which seems to be something of a flat screen of a sort.
Is it a flat screen?
It is a flat screen. Yes, it's a flat screen TV. And it is sort of held aloft by what appears to be some metal bar. And it all around looks like a very comforting sort of lounging area. Yes, it's a crystal ball flattened out. Exactly.
I'm surprised
he goes over to the
scrying mirrors before. That's nothing new.
He goes over to the table, picks up what appears to be some sort of odd-looking device with many different buttons, and turns on the flat screen. And you see what appears to be a very odd-looking sport with, like, people with shin guards and, like, weird makeshift armor tackling each other for a ball.
Blood Bowl.
Yeah, something like that.
I'm investigating the alcohol.
You go over to the alcohol. There is 101 different types of alcohol, all more expensive than the next.
For all scripts, I'm going for the real one, and tries to find every dwarven he can, and he's gonna start binge drinking and let the captain and the rest actually do the talking.
Okay.
I would like to
I'm
challenge.
finding what looks to be the most expensive bottle and drinking that.
I would like to challenge Frawl to a drinking contest.
Go ahead, let's do it.
Yes.
Yes, I'm
Okay.
down with this.
You
This is
find
happening.
in a glass case, segmented from the entirety of the from the bar, in fact, a crystal decor. Not a decor. I'm
Decanter.
sorry, decanter. Thank you. A crystal decanter, made completely of diamond, with
Diamonds are
a
forever.
black liquid inside of it.
I'll give that a go.
Roll me a Constitution saving throw.
I love the way crystal decanters look. But I'm not fancy enough for one.
Oh yeah, it's good
You
stuff.
succeed. The DC was 25.
You thought I was gonna fall over drunk.
Mm.
I might,
Thought,
but
he
not
planned
that.
on it.
No, now that's what happens.
No.
You should see what happens if you fail.
You feel deeply, like a deep, heavy burn go down your throat. Like it's this sort of stingy alcohol. It tastes amazing, by the way. It tastes sort of like, what's the word?
Whiskey.
Fireball.
Yeah,
Brandy.
yeah, sort of like Fireball.
I'll drink to that.
I thought it tasted good. But okay.
Anyway, he just sort of reclines on what appears to be a leather sort of upholstery and says, "Make yourself at home." Obviously, you're already doing it without me saying so, but I might as well give you permission.
Ursus turns to him and whispers, "Apologies. They're not from quite a civilized village as you know. Do you have water?"
What did you say? Can you have water?
Do you have water?
Yes, in the faucet over there, and he points to what appears to be a spigot.
That is,
In the
Ceramic
background,
bowl.
you can see Vorka starting chugging, and Thrall goes, drink, 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 drink.
that,
No.
Both of you roll me a Constitution saving.
Question: Are there barrels?
Yes.
Okay. I will have the barrel.
No, I mean, we each have a barrel, and it's
Yes.
whoever finishes it first wins. Right? That's how it
Yes.
works.
Yes, I approve.
when,
Okay.
I,
John said-
So...
when I hear Gerda's asking about water,
I would want to. Shit.
What's your con? Hey, we had the same con though.
Oh, that's a check, though. That's a check.
Yeah, you did a check.
Yeah, but still. Boom. I win. It's not important with what. It's important that I won.
Yeah, whenever I hear Daz asking about water, Daz just picks up a bottle of clear alcohol and says, "Here you go, water."
I'm well aware what that is, Captain. You enjoy it.
No,
He
I'm,
says
drink,
as he
I'm
sits
drinking
down,
this.
like-
I'm drinking the black stuff.
Enjoy both. When Gerda sits down and takes a drink of the water, he'll look at Thurnos and then give him quite a well, you can't really see his facial expression. He's just
It's
judging.
extremely clean water, I should just say.
Okay.
It's
Um,
probably the best tasting water you've ever had.
After that,
If water has
he'll-
a taste.
he'll go ahead and drop his counterspell and say, you might want to begin speaking before they get entirely piss drunk.
Oh, it's too late for that. Way too late for that. We
Yeah,
have
he looks over to the
barrels
two of them.
alcohol.
He looks over to the two of them and he says, I think that's a little bit too late, buddy.
I know well this and what it used to.
But I am winning, barely.
No, you're not. 1-1.
You see, if you could see his facial expression, you would see a grimace, and he says, "That's our pilot."
I challenged the pilot to a drinking contest.
Everyone, I fly better this way, right?
He's always drunk.
Yeah.
We've got one more round, though. We're tied.
looks
Do you
at
know
you and
what
he
I did
says-
the 3 seconds of the thing? I did that drunk.
He looks at you and he says, buddy, you should have seen my old group.
Well, fuck you too, Doc.
You don't know what that meant.
I have another swig from the black bottle, and I kind of walk
Okay.
back over to him and I say, "So, how do I get myself a pet arcane?"
It involves being from the future,
Ah.
not from the past like you are.
You trying to say that I'm not as good as I used to be or something?
I know for a fact you're not as good as you used to be because you don't have your eye. However,
Well, yeah, but it's still really rude to say it.
You only have one eye.
but what I'm about to say is gonna make you in good spirits.
But this is already a
This-
pretty good spirit. I mean, the only way you're gonna better it is if you have my eye.
Well, I don't have your eye, but I know where it is.
Okay, now you have my attention.
Okay, good. Because honestly, I was starting to get a little bit pissed off.
Well, I mean, the rest of us were just trying to get pissed, but I mean, you know.
Yeah. In the background, you can see Thrall having like an olive here. Like, I found your eye. It's here.
Anyway,
And I owed it.
so, first things first, I'm going to address each of you because I have, well, I've already given you a present, Dwarf, but I'm going to give each of you a present because since we're going to be going into business, or, well, I hope we're going to go into business, I figure I might as well give you a token of my appreciation for doing a job before we ever went into business for me. So, Gertis, I believe your name is. You've been tied up in some weird things. And, to be honest with you, you've made my job a little bit harder.
He does that a lot.
He tilts his head and he clearly does not understand.
I'll agree to that.
Well, you see,
Space whales.
a little while ago, you poked something that doesn't like to be poked, and it awoke something
Whales.
that, yeah, wasn't very good for me. Isn't good for anything, in fact. You see, now, not only do we have something that literally wants war eternal, but also wants death eternal. So, yeah, you made my job a little bit harder. I'm going to forgive you for that, and I'm going to give you an offer. An offer I think you shouldn't refuse, but if you do, I'm not going to hold it against you.
Gerda's
So,
not like
He
his
will
word
hold
against
it
him.
He's
against
waiting.
you.
He's waiting.
you have a patron with one of the great old ones. I don't know if you knew that, but you do. I had a patron with one of the great old ones once. Didn't work out very well for me. Killed all my friends. It was very bad. So, in the essence of you not getting your friends killed, I'll give you an offer. Why don't I be your patron?
It looks a little like you could see his eye narrow and then widen and then narrow again. He cocks his head and says, "Are you a deity?"
He's obviously one of
Well,
these
thanks to
new
my
styles.
good old friend Moradin, I am, yes.
They're just letting anybody in.
Friends
Did you just say Borean? Did you just say Borean?
What?
Moradin,
Moradin.
Oh,
the dwarven
No,
god.
he did not say
I was about
Vorian.
no.
Uh,
Jamie was like, run! Run!
he,
Thurnos and Vorian got together.
he says,
You don't know
"Whilst
that."
sounds like quite a kind offer. I have gained quite a lot of knowledge from my current patronage. What would you offer besides pissing off an already angry, poked deity?"
Well, first of all, you'd be on the right side for once. Because, honestly, I tend to get what I want. One way or another. It always works out for me.
Not
So,
anyone else. Sorry, that was
does
out of
Daz
character.
say that?
No,
Okay,
that was
thank
out of character.
That was just Casey being an ass.
That was just Casey being an ass.
Yeah, no, I just couldn't hold that one back.
It's true, though, isn't it?
Exactly, yeah. You can't
He
deny
says-
it.
He says, look, you really don't want to get wrapped in that shit, man. All that knowledge comes with a price. And usually the price is insanity or corruption. And you don't want to go down those two streaks. Otherwise, you'll be looking like your friend over there. And he points to Ilix. Not that that's a bad thing, mind you.
I just want to destroy your kind.
Except it kind of is, seeing as how I kind of destroyed everybody you knew.
Okay,
of.
shit.
So, don't take it personally, though.
Yeah, there you go, genocide.
Something tells
Way to
me
make friends.
you're not going to take it personally because you're not part of the hive mind, are you?
No. Emphatically no.
And that's why I'm not killing you.
Gertis just looks so fucking confused right now. Like, he keeps darting his eye back and forth, like, as if he's, like, viewing something in his eyes or something, or, like, just looking at something. And then he snaps his attention and says, "Whilst being right sounds fun, it usually gets people killed anyway. Like I said, how would you protect me from an angry, great old one?"
Well, I could give you quite a bit of power, quite a bit of knowledge. Knowledge from a reality that doesn't exist anymore.
Done.
That was quick.
Wow, that was easy! All you gotta do now is shake my hand. And he just puts out his hand.
He extends out his hand and shakes
As
Thanos.
soon as you shake his hand, it feels as if a darkness is just lifted from you. And you hear an audible scream, just a tiny, tiny little audible scream in the back of your head as something just gets a little bit more mad. And he just sort of sucks in something and then ew, that's nasty. Anyway, good to have you on my side. You get the creation warlock now.
Alrighty, I'll have to go look that up and nice. Do I get to keep my spells that I got through blood sacrifice thing?
Yes.
Nice.
Whew, okay. Anyway, now that that's done, Elix,
Oh no.
Yes.
I have another proposition for you.
He's gonna offer to unkill the rest of your race. No, we
Why would
won't
I
do that.
Why would he do that?
I'm not sure that I want that.
He'll make you an elder brain if you ask nicely.
It's even
I'm not sure that I
worse.
want that either.
Anyway, let him.
I am in a particularly good mood, so here's what I'll do for you. I figure you are either one of those types that essentially became an illithid for whatever reason you had on purpose,
No.
or, okay, you're the second type then. You're the person that got changed into an illithid out of purpose and, yeah,
Retained my personality.
retained your personality, right. So,
What little there is.
Not necessarily memories.
I mean,
tell you what,
it's not much of my personality to maintain.
I can change you into another race, just like I did Fro. What would you like to be? Would you like to be, let's say,
Ooh.
storm
Dwarf
giant?
is great. It's the best ever. You should do that.
You could be a dwarf.
God,
No.
I don't know
Yeah.
if you'd want to be a dwarf, but you could be a dwarf. You could be
Elf.
an elf, a tiefling.
You could be the race that hunts you.
you could be a kinder.
You could be a kender.
I
like
out
it.
of care.
Kenders are nice.
He's saying
I
you
have-
can.
I have a counter proposal. Could I
Go ahead.
retain my gift for a undisclosed future favor?
I like your style. All right. We'll do that then. A future favor.
Lacey, your drunk snacking is very loud.
Sorry.
My tentacles twitch ever so slightly, and I sort of back up as if to extract myself from the conversation.
He nods, looks over to Kea, and he says, "So, darling, how are you doing?" And he smiles.
I've been better.
Oh, well, how could I make your day brighter?
Don't think you could do anything, but I'm curious to know what you have to offer.
Well, I happen to know that you like guns.
Ah.
And
They don't really like her though. They don't really like her though.
I can also tell that. However, there is one gun in my private collection which I think would be most suited to you. Which I can offer to you, if you'd like it. Something that's not prone to exploding in your face.
Ooh, that does sound good. I appreciate that.
Great. And
Well,
he
then.
snaps his fingers and you see what appears to be a large... Have you ever seen a 50 caliber rifle? It looks like that.
Is it my birthday?
It is
this
your
Is
birthday.
this what I think it is, Doc?
Yeah, is this what I also think is? Because I think I've heard about this weapon.
I don't know, Casey. Is it? And he hands it to you. It's a little bit heavy, but I think you'll get used to it. Just use it while you're, prone.
I have a strength of -1.
So you
It's
have
okay.
8.
That's why he's saying lay down to use it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
lay down and use it.
And don't
I
break
mean-
your shoulder.
You could fire it without doing that. It'll work, but you might
gonna
be at a
hurt.
bit of a disadvantage.
This
Let's
should
just say.
be very entertaining for us, at least.
Basically, you could fire it without going prone, but you'll fire at disadvantage.
Oh, and I could grit to fire at advantage, so then it would just be a straight roll. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Okay, I'll take the gun and I'll just bow my head. Master Ranas.
Okay.
Ranas, it's very nice of you. I now have a big gun.
You're very welcome. I will give you the stats for it. Give me a second.
Is this the demon's gun?
It's a modified version of the demon's gun, yes.
Oh, jeez.
Jamie's going to get possessed. No.
No, it's not. Not at all.
You become
Things
the
are not
gun.
going to want to possess her now.
I'll be
Because,
be 1 second. I'm gonna figure out why my dog's barking.
okay.
Intruders. Intruder alert. Intruder alert.
Weapons of the third age.
Sorry, Doc. I completely forgot. Did you say builder or light?
The
Builder.
Builder.
Creationist Warlock, yeah. The builder.
All right, cool. Thank you.
Next, we just need that 50 cal rifle turned into a turret. Make it full auto.
Full automatic 50 caliber rifle. I don't think I have the muscles for that.
That's why you get a tripod. Bolt it to the front of the ship.
It's just like Frall, like screaming, raging, and then Kaya next to him with 50 caliber fully automatic sniper rifle. Scariest sight ever.
Because Terry's wish is going to be, I wish every other race to be gone too.
I wish everyone was an illithid, and then they all starved.
Exactly. No one can be racist if everyone's an illithid, so make that happen. One grumpy dwarf at a time.
What have we agreed to in order to get these gifts?
Holy shit!
I think would be basically servitude, I think.
We're sucking off Thurnos. That's what we're doing. Basically, we're Thurnos' bitch right now.
Yes,
some nice
inflate
toys.
my ego, yeah. Also, apparently there's a Final Fantasy tabletop, and it looks really good.
That's so random, Taylor.
You also
Why
brought it up.
would you
You
say
brought
that?
it up like 20 minutes ago.
We
I
know
don't know.
you're random.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Out of
Stop.
nowhere.
It's
It
called
looks-
verbal whiplash.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, so there you go. He
Thank
just
you.
sort of says, all right, I'm gonna need you to be sober for this. And he wanders over to Vorka and taps you on the back. Do you resist?
The tap. From
No,
back.
I am far too drunk.
Okay, you are now not drunk at all.
Hey, Doc.
Yes.
I can also remove conditions if that is needed for another drunk person.
What?
Well, he's doing it himself, so I mean, you could ask him if
In
he'd
case you
like
thought
to.
you were talking about him.
What about me?
Casey heard drunk and assumed
Yeah.
If he doesn't detoxify Daz, I will do so that Daz is coherent.
Don't you dare.
Daz will resist violently.
Yeah, he does not detoxify Daz because he doesn't need Daz at the moment. He needs Vorka. So he just looks at you, Vorka, turns your head around with his palms, and he says, "So lovely. What would you like from Daddy?"
Ah.
I know, even I was a little bit weirded out by that one.
Yeah. Games done got creepy.
Yeah.
Taylor's broken now.
Thurnos really likes.
No, I rolled a
Orcs.
save and it's not good.
Oh, so you just tongue kiss him. Okay, cool.
No, no.
I might elbow him in the gut. Not enough to hurt him, but it's like, I do
So-
resist that. I resist whatever he's doing.
He's not
Violently.
doing anything. He's just
And with an
asking.
elbow.
Oh, okay. You go for an elbow.
Just not an actual tap, but like, hey, no, you stop that.
He takes it in the chest and goes, "Ooh. Ouch. Ooh. Okay. Message received. My question still stands.
I have no idea what I would want. Genuinely
Orca, I
no
had
idea.
no idea your father was a one of these new deities.
No, that's not how that works. But okay. Tell you what. I'm gonna give something very similar to what Darling over here got, and I am going to give you an armor. How about that? Something that won't weigh you down. In fact, it'll make you even more dexterous because it's technology from the future.
Does he go, ooh, at the end?
Yes, he goes, ooh.
Spider-Man suit.
Yeah.
It's actually very similar to that, to be honest with you, Terry.
Jamie, why did you put the T there? Not Terry. Jamie. I cannot talk today.
At
I'm
least
gonna
I
go
have
kill
an
myself.
excuse.
I'll be right back.
At least I have an excuse.
You do. You're drunk. Anyway, so armor.
So yeah. Do you accept?
Oh yeah, I'll accept it.
He
It's no more
snaps
than
his
that
fingers
shit.
and gives you what appears to be a skin-tight, sort of latex-looking suit.
Have fun drawing that, Jamie.
Just the look of.
This motherfucker serious?
Yeah. Good thing
I mean,
good thing
I don't
closed the
know
door.
how I would feel about that. Like, some weird dude that you've never met. Like, okay, he's like, put this on, please.
He gives the other woman in the group a gun, but he gives me
Yeah.
a skin-tight latex bodysuit.
Do it. Put it on.
One of us got a gun.
Rude to
We're
not
dealing with
accept
Harvey
this.
Weinstein here. Sorry, it's not a joke about.
Topical.
Topical humor, huh?
Yes. I mean, I'll accept it. I'm not putting it on. Not in front of him.
That's fine.
I think it would have been
Paint
funnier
green
if he just. It would have been funnier if he had just snapped his fingers and you were wearing it.
How do I move? Oh no.
Every inch of my body feels uncomfortable. Oh, but it gets so hot.
Have fun drawing this art, Jamie.
I'm not
so-
drawing water in a skin suit.
So
To be fair, at least
yeah,
I
he
feel
gives
like
this
we're-
to you.
Yeah.
And he calls it the Sparrow MK1.
Sure.
I
That's
feel like Thanos has raided an army base in the future and just come back and be like, look at these gifts I have.
You're not wrong.
He
I
just
was
wants
right,
to get rid of
he's
the
complaining
evidence.
to me about jobs being harder. The time mages, he's already dealt with them.
He's just getting rid of all this evidence. It's like,
Yeah, he's palming off evidence of his crimes in the past.
Yeah.
Oh Lord, Doc's linked me a home brewery. Oh Lord.
Yeah, I
just
know
the armor,
exactly
Steve.
the armor that I designed the armor he's given you. It's pretty nice.
Come on. Come on.
And the table is broken. Reload this in another browser. Or print it. Printing it'll probably fix it. Here,
Adjust your
continue
zoom.
while
Adjust your
So
zoom
yeah.
fixes it sometimes.
What? Whilst
Then he goes over to the leather couch and reclines back, and he says, "Now that I've given you all your gifts, oh yeah, I forgot, Daz.
I kind of go,
Yeah. Here's the thing. I'm not gonna tell you where the eye is until you do a number of things for me. Because what fun would it be if I just gave you your deific power and you just went bye-bye and said
you
to
really
hell with all of this?
you really think I'm just gonna start running around doing jobs for you with no evidence that you actually know anything?
I mean, why wouldn't you?
You'd like evidence.
Well, I'd like my eye.
I can give you evidence if you'd like that.
Close enough for now.
He snaps his fingers, and on the table you see what appears to be a manila folder with very odd-looking paintings. And you
I
open
start
it,
looking through them, yeah?
and you start looking through them. These are extremely realistic paintings. It's almost as if someone just took a picture of the
Yeah.
of what's going on. And you see what appears to be a temple in a jungle with a lot of different people all praying to your eye.
They really needed to find the rest of me to pray to. I mean, why pick? Alright. How many jobs?
Well, here's the thing. What I kind of want you to do benefits all of us. So when I say what I want you to do, don't get too angry. But I basically want you to save the world with me.
Seems doable.
Fuck that.
Which world? Which world?
All of them.
All of them. Of course it's all of them. You know, saving all of them would be a lot easier with my eye.
It's gonna take a while.
were that
It
possible,
would be, wouldn't it?
There are at least
Were
four.
were that possible, you would have done it yourself, would you not?
It's
What do you
not
have to
that
do to
easy.
Save the world.
Yeah, and goodness, we don't know that. He might be an asshole.
What, and we're not?
Again, thank you for the body.
You're welcome. You might want to stick around for an hour. Because otherwise it's not permanent.
What?
Okay, okay. Let's just hear what we're doing and let's go.
Well, it's not as easy as, going to go save the world or anything like that. It's a series of tasks, I have plans, and I need you to help me with them. I already have a crack team dealing with some things, but I need a little bit of extra help. That's where you guys come in. I see potential in all of you, and that's why I gave you gifts. So, what I need you to do is do a little bit more of the same that you did for my arcane friend. I need you to trap these chaos spawns, because I need fuel, and they are in fact very good fuel. Let me show you what I mean. And he gets up and starts walking out the door.
Thrall is staying exactly where he is.
And before we move on to this, if my eye is going to take a while, I've got one more request.
What's that?
Call it I don't know, gesture of goodwill or something. But
I'm all for it.
your blue friend was really condescending, and I'd really like to see what that new gun does.
Oh, shit.
You want her to shoot him?
Well, yes, as a show of goodwill.
As
Okay,
much as
well,
I want
alright
to try
then.
the gun out. Oh, okay then. Don't mind me.
Summons the arcane, and the arcane goes, what can I do for you?
Thrall is just in the background now.
And Theranos just goes, go ahead. Stay still for me, buddy.
I'm gonna back up as far as possible.
You do
And
so.
since you simply.
And the guy
And-
looks confused.
Gardas turns invisible. Hides in a corner. Hides in a corner, like fetal position.
Like studying the gun for a moment, just like trying to work it out. I'm like, oh, okay, this reloads it.
I
I
kind
don't
of look at the arcane
understand
and
what's
go,
going on.
you know, buddy, that whole being really condescending and not wanting to show me around whenever I ask so nicely, just it hasn't worked out well for you, man.
And then it takes
Fair enough.
10 minutes for her to shoot her first shot. Like, any second now. You
Fair
get your...
enough.
Hang on.
How do I reload this? Can you show me? Oh, okay, no, I found it. Okay, we're good. Sorry, I'm just waiting for my sheet to load.
Captain, am I to understand we're just going to murder this arcane in cold blood?
Oh no,
I just want to understand. So, since I'm having difficulties adjusting to non-illithid society, I want to be clear on what is kosher and what's not.
Oh no,
Technically, oh sure.
This is not okay, what they're doing.
I
You hear a
completely-
shout from a corner.
The captain's crazy.
I completely figure this guy can bring him back. I mean, come on, but he really deserves it. He was really rude.
I
Well,
mean, suit
If
yourself.
they're going to kill him, don't waste a good, perfectly good brain. I could eat him.
Don't shoot the brain then.
No, we want to see what the gun does.
We don't want to kill him. We just want to severely maim him.
I
Pick up
suggest we all move on to our objective.
The arcane is stunned and not sure what to say. Do you shoot
Okay.
him?
Come on, Kia.
I take a big deep breath.
You shoot him. Do you shoot? Where do you shoot him? Let's just say.
I'll get him in the shoulder.
You get him in the shoulder, and his entire fucking arm bursts.
Thrall just spits beer. She fucking did it. I didn't think you would do it. It was a joke.
I didn't tell do it either, pal. I don't know.
Oh, this is great.
Yeah, he's screaming and rolling on the floor for the first time, in fact, touching the floor.
Furnos, you can put that back, can't you?
He just says, "Don't look at me."
Gertis rushes over from invisibility and shoves. Gertis rushes over from invisibility and shoves a healing potion down the man's throat.
Okay,
Well,
you
it's
do that.
Just to stabilize him.
Yeah,
Elix will go over and cure him for 27 points.
you see his wound beginning to heal, but he's not getting that arm back.
No, obviously. But
Okay, we'll do your jobs now.
I am so sorry. Irablas. That was.
Frosty like
It
idiot.
was.
It was obviously
I'm
joking.
only using this thing when I definitely need to. The rest of the time, it is just, chilling. I just do what the captain says. The admiral. The admiral said to shoot him, so I did. I'm so sorry.
I mean, you're obviously very loyal, so that's a virtue.
No, she's an idiot.
Shut up, dwarf.
Thank you, admiral.
The arcane is passed out.
Okay, yeah,
Doc,
we can go now.
I want to, Doc, I
Yes.
want your attention. I'm going to do one other thing. Let me make sure I've got it. Yes.
My coffee cup still has a sticker on it.
Last sentence.
Nor can it restore a creature missing any vital body parts.
Ah,
It cannot, in fact.
okay.
And that is just restore life. Basically.
Yeah, that's
they're not dead.
it's a revivify. Okay, I
Yeah,
misread that on the. It's such.
Not resurrection. It's just a revivify.
Well, I tried, so I make an effort to everyone present that tried to bring his arm back.
that's what the healing potion healed for.
Thurnos, is he going to be mad? I feel really bad.
Oh no, don't worry. I'll just give him a really cool robot arm.
Ooh, robot?
I love doing that.
See, it's
Okay.
worked out great for
Remember
everyone.
this
Shall
More
we
time.
discuss our objectives?
Yeah, let's-
from
Yes,
here?
this is taking way too long.
You watch as one of the constructs walks in, picks him up, and drags him out of the room. And he says, "So,